Hey guys, so my base and brows are done. So I am going to go in with the Butter Bronzer, and I've been using the deep color. So I just have to use it a little more sparingly because it is darker, but I do really like the formula. And if you can hear that, that's Michael. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's in a shoebox. Of course he is. Okay, so just giving myself some cheekbones. It's important to do some type of bronzer and blush if you do any like full coverage foundation, because you have to put the dimension back in your skin after you've taken it out by really evening it out. I have the extra large Z palette, and I actually used this for my Younique eyeshadows. So I just kind of put them in like an order that I thought made sense. Haha. And I took, so this is mostly like the neutral, to me, like everyday shades that I would wear. And then separately in like the quads, I just have fours of like bright colors. So I put like all the greens together, all the purples together. So this is really like the neutral ones that I will use every day. And then if I'm going for a specific color or I want something a little more wild, I'm going to go into those. So I do think it's a good idea if you want to kind of mix up your colors to do something like that. Like if you can, rearrange them or use a different palette or something like that, because I feel like, oh my gosh, what is he doing? Because I feel like it helps you not, like, I don't have to buy new eyeshadows, but by pairing them up with different other eyeshadows, it creates a completely different look. So I just think that's a good idea. Gingerly in the crease. This is a nice matte, like an orangey mustard. Okay, I should use brushes because I've actually washed them. I'm going to use the e.l.f. It's like a thicker, like a big pencil brush, and I'm gonna start buffing that into the crease. I really like the e.l.f. brushes. I feel like the brushes I have the most of are obviously Younique, and I really like a lot of theirs. But I also like the e.l.f. ones and the Real Techniques. Those are the majority of my brushes. And I did use eyeshadow primer, so I have learned a bit that using eyeshadow primer, even if I put like a powder on top to set it, still makes it harder to blend eyeshadows. So if you're not an eyeshadow, or if you're not a primer wearer, typically, and you do decide to do that, I think you're going to find that as well. So I'm sure there are some that don't. I'm using just like the Wet n Wild Fergie edition Take on the Day eyeshadow primer, and I do like it. I do think it helps, but it does make the eyeshadow a little bit harder to blend, so you'll see like it's more concentrated. So yeah, just be aware of that. If you're okay with that, then obviously that's fine. It is nice to have a good even base. If you have another like drugstore primer recommendation, I would love to hear that. With the lighter and a little bit more brownish, I'm going to use Astute, and I'm going to use the Younique blending brush, just a teensy bit of product, and then just use this on the like outer edge, just to soften it a bit. Okay, so that kind of darkened it a little bit and then softened kind of the edges of that. I'm going to use the Real Techniques shading brush, and I'm going to go to Astute, and I'm going to start buffing this into my lower lash line. In with Fervent, which is a nice, yeah, I'm sticking all mattes today, kind of not very shocking actually. Okay, so I want to kind of pack this on. So I'm going to use like a denser brush. So I'm going to use the base shadow brush, the Real Techniques. And I'm obviously going to blend this into the crease a little bit, but first I really want to pack it on the lid. By the way, it is 9:40 in the morning. And I'm like, we're going to do something subtle today. No, we're not, guys. We're going to do like a smoky-ish eye because that's the fun stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to take it up a little bit into the crease just to blend these two colors together. Tip of the base shadow brush and put it into Fervent and then put that on the very outer edge. Now for a teensy bit of highlight, we're going to go in with Slick, which is kind of like a peachy pink shimmery shade. That's very light. So let's go in with I know I actually washed all my brushes, so I'm like, look at this variety. So I'm going to go in with the Younique Crease Brush. Okay, and I'm going to put this directly around my tear duct. I've been really liking the NYX waterproof pencils, and this one is in Brown Perfection. Let's curl our lashes, and then we're going to go in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Okay guys, now for lips. I'm going to line with the Maybelline Color Sensational in 105 Nude Whisper. I love the names of these things. Oh, I like that. I really like the color payoff on these because I have this one and then I have, this one's a little bolder, 110 Purely Nude, so it's a little bit darker. But I like both of them. I think they're really nice. For lip gloss, we're going to use L'Oreal 601 Nude Ballet. Of course, everything will be linked below. And these two are a good match as far as lip liner and lip color. And this actually smells nice. So I actually really like this because I feel like some of them are a little too nude and they're almost like not a color. So this is the finished look. So thank you guys so much for watching, and everything will be listed below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, thank you.